Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful day in San Diego. It cleared up. Super stormy yesterday, but warmed up today. I ran to my usual spot. I do my long runs once a week, and I'll either go north or south. So today I went north. Yes, last week I went south. But the synchronicities that I'm like, I'll post from last week soon, but I have synchronicities every freaking time I run. And this is why I love to run and just explore, because first of all, so I'm sitting at the first house my parents ever moved into together and had my oldest sister. Then they went on to having 3 more. But yeah, so it's comforting for me to come here because I know my mom was here long time ago. But on my way here, I was running and along the coast, and I hear a girl say Mallory, and I was literally talking about how there's a drummer that I drum with who's better than me at drumming. Maybe she's been doing it longer, who knows, she's really good. And I was talking about how haters gonna hate, that whole spiel. Anyways, I've always liked her. There's just something I really was I don't know, you can just get vibes from people, and I had a vibe from her that I really liked. As she stops me, and we're going in opposite directions, but we crossed paths, and we ended up walking back together. But as we're talking, an old man comes up and stops us and asks about my socks. I have compression socks on. He asked me where he could get some, and I told him where, but he goes on to tell us, first of all, he's 92, 93. So I majored in Gerontology. I love studying like aging, healthy aging, etc. So there's one synchronicity there. And then look, we can get a little deep here, but he said, I have something for you ladies. And he had a whole stack of them that he gave to my friend because she was like, yeah, I love Jesus, whatever. He gave us one of these, and it's like a card about God, basically believing in Christ. Here's the thing, I don't not believe in Christ. I don't not believe in Christ. As I've said before, my dad's Jewish and my mom's was Christian. This caused an identity crisis my whole life, and I don't know if it'll ever go away. I've always gravitated towards Christianity just because it was like easier for me to understand. But I think I also have a Jewish part of me that's like, we are all just one God, like living. There should be one. If we all want to be on the same page, like why not believe in one thing for all, no matter what color you are, etc. Like I really do believe that at my heart of hearts. And I've studied different types of religion, like Buddhism, things like this. I like to gather things from multiple places, and I really don't like the cultiness, genuinely, of, like, there's something that rubs me a little the wrong way of the cultiness of Christianity, and not just Christianity, but all religions, and the hate that can go on. Like, I just believe hate is a sin. Whether you're Christian, Catholic, Jew, Buddhist, monk, I don't give a fuck. If you hate other religions, it shows your lack of faith, actually, and it shows your weakness. And I think that's my perspective as being also raised Jewish, was that I see both sides. And if you're a Christian who's hating on a Jew, which have happened to me at multiple times, like in work environments, like that shows a real problem there. It's a real issue that is scary to me. And I think that's what deters me from just being blindly leading into faith. I will never be blindly led into any faith, but I love Christians too. I love the faith of it. There's nothing against, I don't know, I'm just very open-minded in that sense. Like, I'm not going to hate on anybody for their religion. And there's a beauty to Christianity. And again, if you think this is hating on it, then you're completely misunderstood, or you're completely misunderstanding. But that's just how I feel. And I can see both. There's negative and positives to every religion. That's why it led me to really believe in like one universal law of love. I really just believe in love and kindness. That's really all it is. And, you know, I do love, like, their Bible is a huge thing for a reason. It's so powerful. For example, like Satan's lie, like Satan is just evil. Like, they just put a name to evil. Your identity comes from what you have done. Your identity comes from what people say about you. And here's the thing, like, it's kind of, I hate to say it, but look, if you repeat a pattern, I believe in science, really, at the end of the day. If you repeat a pattern so many times, it does become who you are. It doesn't have to, but it does. And so that's why, you know, you've got to be kind of careful with what you do. God, these topics are really intense, but anyways, I thought it was really cool that the two drummers crossed paths, and then an old man gave us this card. I just thought that was, and then we just had a really deep conversation, a really beautiful conversation. He was telling us about something from National Geographic, something that, you know, these amazing climbers, who knows, just really interesting stuff. So yeah, really interesting morning. Oh, I do love life. I do. It's just, these things can get, there just is no room for any hate. I could never, I love that, honestly, part of me does love that I was born to two different religions, because now I see through people so much. Like, I can feel your closed-mindedness, you know? So, yeah. Anyways, I just think, like, racism was a huge problem, and I really believe that, like, is there a word for religionism? Like, I believe that is just as bad. Yeah, just no room for hate. It's one love, one world. Call me Rastafari, man, dude. Okay, that's what I believe in. Just one fucking love. And also, like, if Christian God believes that it's okay to hate other religions, or, you know, then I don't agree with that. I just don't agree with that. I want my God, or whoever I, like, whatever I pray to be someone who, like, sees through that bullshit and loves all that loves all that are loving, if that makes any sense. Like, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so I'm back home. I'm learning about whole grains. As you can see, well, you can't really see, but it's whole grains, B7, B3, B5, B1, which is really important. It's folate, etc. But while I am studying, I heated up some bone broth. This one's spicy chicken. I like the beef one as well, and reheat up some coffee, because again, after long runs, your body, well, when you're running, your body temperature obviously goes up, friction, and then once you get back down to sitting, it actually drops lower than even like homeostasis, because you burned like calories and other factors as well. But so yeah, this actually helps me recalibrate. So, and it tastes really good too. It's a healthy fat. I mean, there's also vitamins and minerals in there, just really great for you overall. I believe collagen as well, which is really good, because long runs will kind of eat away at your joints and bones even. So the collagen in the bone broth is super helpful for recovery, which is also why I love drinking it after a run. Okay, so I'm still sipping on my bone broth, but I decided that I would indeed go to a band rehearsal practice, because honestly, I'm feeling like rocking out, and it's just, I need the practice, let's be honest. And you know what? I have been so consumed in work and honestly studying that I'm just so stressed out, and I need to have some fun. And for me, originally drums was just supposed to be fun for me. Obviously, I take it seriously, but it's like an outlet a creative outlet for me, and I want to keep it that way. And so that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, it's like, it's hard when your hobby also becomes something you care so much about that you just, it becomes something that you take so seriously that you want to like be good at it, right? Anyways, so it's only going to be like 2 hours. Maybe I'll leave early. I'll just stay for an hour and go back to studying. But I mean, work is stressful. Work is so stressful. Like, that's a whole other story. I mean, I'm doing the work of what should be around, honestly, in an ideal world, it would be 10 people doing the job of what I'm doing. So I don't know. I was talking to my friend today and she was like, that's a lot. That's a lot. And yeah, it's a whole issue. So, and I'm getting used to like, I guess I was used to, like, I know that a good work environment will include bosses and people who their goal is to like help you, right? Like to solve problems. I was not ever working in a place really like that. Like, it was super political, super petty, and that's not really the type of person I am. I genuinely am fairly chill, and just if there's an issue, like, I want to solve it. And like the issues are super reasonable. So yeah, anyways, I just have to believe that good is out there. I just have not had the best experiences, to be honest with you. So it's hard, and like I'm scarred because of those reasons, but I need to remember that I need to grow through it and not to let them hold me back and stay small. Like, what am I gonna do? Stay small? Like, let those experiences scar me? Like, no, that won't be the case for the rest of my life. Like, because I know that in a good world, or in a just normal world, the like solving issues is a part of working. So it shouldn't be. I guess I've just gotten used to, like, even in my own home life, like, we didn't work as a team. We didn't work through problems. We just like brushed them under the rug, and that's just not the type of person I want to be. It's not the type of person I am, and I'm not going to even let how my family functioned affect how I'm going to live my life. So I'm always going to strive for that. Anyways, yeah, I want to go have some fun. God, it's so stressful. Life is so fucking stressful, genuinely. Like, it really is. Because it's like, then when your hobby becomes, I guess that's a challenge, right? It wouldn't be fun without that challenge. Okay. That's honestly just singing for me is my outlet, I guess. Like, I could just sing by myself. And I like singing by myself, actually, because then I get to like express myself more. That's like the best outlet for me. So yeah, when you don't have to perform is really the best, right? I don't know. Anyways, ta-ta for now. Dang, okay, just finished little drum rehearsal, and honestly, it was, I suppose, what I needed to do, because now I'm like kind of calmed down a bit, and like I was more hyper, and now I'm like, whoo, I'm ready to focus and study. And it was only 2 hours, which was great. And I don't know, like, there's something about keeping a beat to the drum that actually helps, like, with brain balance. I really believe, like, balancing, like, structuring. There's a lot of structure to drums, so at least in a lot of, like, songs, which has helped me. I'm like about to pull my pants down. I was about to pull my pants down and just go start peeing, but I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, that was fun. Although for whatever reason, I was able to pick a song. We're playing like a set list of songs. We each got to pick one. And I picked the song Ocean Avenue by Yellowcard because I like love that song. Although, so I'm playing with like some people older than me. Like there's the other drummer is actually like around my age, a little older than me, but still around my age. And so she knows that song. And she also plays like, she's like into like rock too. So I love punk rock. I grew up on punk rock. I grew up on Panic at the Disco, like Blink-182, that whole scene, no pun intended, and that will resonate with people that get that. So just like emo rock. And so we're playing like Shadows of the Night though. We're playing like Cigarettes and Alcohol, like older rock songs that, look, a song's a song, a beat's a beat. It's fine as long as I get to play. But I chose Ocean Avenue because I freaking love that type of music, and to be able to play that type of music is just really fun. However, it's not really a beginner song. I only started playing this year. Or sorry, I'd say I started playing last year. So maybe 5 months ago now. I started playing 5 months ago. I need to check out when my first lesson was. But anyways, yeah, so when did I start playing? I'm actually curious when I first started playing. But anyways, yeah, so it's a super fast song and it's hard to play. And the truth is I don't have the kick drum, the beat down to the point where I can play it super fast. So anyways, it's a little discouraging, but it's also encouraging because when something's discouraging, it means that you can also, there's room for improvement and something to work on. If you don't have anything to work on, then life gets really boring, right? I don't know. Sometimes. But yeah, so that was fun. And yeah, it's fun. Gonna do some studying now. Also, I don't know. I share a lot, but it's maybe because maybe it's my own doubt, but that older man that my friend and I ran into, or that actually stopped us, I was on a run, ran into her, he stopped us. He was saying that he lost his wife maybe a few years ago, but the way he said, I'll see her soon, like we'll be back together, like that's what, and his certainty was so real. Like it was like, that's what happens, like you just see your family again. And I have been thinking that too. Like I don't know, this sounds really weird, but like I have this weird feeling that I'm gonna like someday, and hopefully in a long time, but I mean I do feel and see my mom now. I know, it's so weird, but one day, like, your energies will meet again. And he said it with such certainty. And I thought that was really, really beautiful. So, yeah, I guess that's why I share this, is because the pain of losing someone and never seeing them again is really, really painful. Especially if that person was like your mom, for me. It's painful to think, or even your dad, a sibling, family member. And, you know, you do need to mourn them for now in this life, but damn, I don't know, there's this weird feeling that I'm good. Like, I've seen my mom in my dreams. Like, I felt her presence in my dreams, and we were always in a place where, like, we had already been together in real life. Like, we were by a stream together, and she was like so happy to be there and see us, and like her energy was just like really happy. And so I like felt her energy, and that's not something that you just make up. So yeah, I know this is really weird, but grief is something that people don't really talk about, and it's also something that it's not the most common thing, and people also like think you're just, might think you're weird. I mean, I don't give a fuck. Like, you'll never understand if you just don't get it. If you think I'm weird, that's fine. I am weird. I guess. And then they'll be like, oh, she thinks she's weird. You can't win. You can't win. There's gonna be people who like will hate on you for thinking you're weird, girl, and there will be people that actually think you're weird, and if you own either one of them, you will get hate on either side. So just do you. And yeah, I just hope that brings people comfort, because it brings me comfort. And it's also kind of weird, but yeah. Okay, so I'm preparing for my week. I didn't get to juice all of my oranges, which is stressing me out. So maybe I'll literally just juice in my room tonight and just, I don't know. It gets really messy, so I don't really want to do that, but I don't want to see them go to waste. Yeah. So this nutrition course has been so eye-opening for me, super beneficial. It's kind of like the missing piece to my puzzle. I was a gerontology major with an emphasis in health was really my interest in disease prevention. And honestly, with a lot of research in diseases like dementia, I interned with the Alzheimer's Association, and so I really, really am interested in disease prevention and aging in general, just aging, why we age, how we age, the science behind aging, like from the skin to the insides. I just am very intrigued. I'm intrigued with people who live long lives. I'm intrigued by the things they ate. A huge thing we learned about was the Mediterranean diet and how it really increased longevity. But of course, my nutrition knowledge now, it's not even what exactly you're eating. It's really the nutrients in it. So like they eat a lot of oils. Fish is huge though. So like specifically you do want to eat a lot of fish. Anyways, yeah, so I'm just, I don't know, really finding this course to be super helpful in furthering my research of gerontology and disease prevention. By the way, I am saging my room right now. Honestly, I'm saging and I'm kind of just moving it over my bed with really loving energy. And you could call me a modern day hippie, I suppose, I guess, if you need to label it. I really believe in a hybrid of modern day information and science, but we would not have any of that without just traditional medicine, like as an herbal, etc. So I really believe in plant medicine. I really am against the pharmaceutical industry. I really am. Not against it. I'm not gonna like boycott it or anything. I think that it can be really helpful for you if you really are in need of it to recalibrate your mind. I personally don't prescribe myself. No pun intended. I love where I'm at, and I really believe the body should be as pure as possible, but that's just my personal experience. I have a long time ago was prescribed medication for just, regular, like people are on like Prozac or things like this. I don't need it anymore. So yeah, anyways, these are little rituals that help me. I'm saging my room. I love the smell. Some people hate it, but I find it really calming. And I'm also charging my crystals. So it is a full moon, and I do have some crystals here that I charge. I'm also going to charge, this one is really special to me. It was given to me by a grief counselor who basically hosted grief support meetings, and she gave us each these stone hearts or crystal hearts. And it's so funny because she told us all to pick one that we would want. And I'm not like, how do you assert yourself in a room full of grieving women? I don't know. So I kind of just laid low. But at the end, I kind of got the one I wanted. It's this dark turquoise blue, with some like purples and just really pretty. My nails are disgusting. I don't do my nails. It's the one thing that if I had more resources like time and money, I would do it, but I just don't do it. Yeah, so the funniest thing too, after she gave this to us, my band was practicing the song Heart of Stone. So I thought that was really funny. And I don't want to have a heart of stone, but I think this is really cool. So I'm going to remember to charge that one. And yeah, I have some date pits drying here because I want to start planting them. Apparently it takes a lot of time and patience, and you're lucky if you get a sprout. So I'm going to start trying to plant more, reuse from the food that I'm consuming and regrowing. So I'll show you my setup. Got the sage here. We've got the crystals charging. The full moon is out there. Maybe I'll open my window, let them charge. I'm gonna move my little ghost here. This is my favorite planter holder. And this plant's doing okay. I don't know why it's shriveling so much. I watered it this morning. I'm gonna water it again, and kind of clean it off. But this was actually like a Halloween kind of decoration, but I just think it's so cute. Okay, so charging my crystals, and yeah.